everybody, I'm Kimberly Turner from cookingwithkimberly.com, and tonight I'm going to show you how to cook ground beef hard tacos. Now I'm using the hard corn shells tonight, and I have got them on a baking sheet just about to heat up. So I just have them like this, and you want to make sure you have the opening down so that they stay open. If you put them on their sides, they have a tendency to start closing up on you, and you want to fill them up with lots of tasty ingredients, right? So get them prepared on a baking sheet, and I'm just going to leave them just sitting. I don't need to start heating them until right before we're about to eat. On my stovetop, I have a large frying pan with about a tablespoon of peanut oil because we're doing kind of a Tex-Mexy feel tonight. So I'm just heating my pan to brown this ground beef. This is about a pound of lean ground beef. That's what we're using. This is how you do it. I have about a pound of lean ground beef. You can use whatever kind of ground beef you like. Just be aware that if it's a higher fat, you're gonna leach out more of the fat, and you're gonna have to drain that off, and that's okay, but it does have a lot of flavor as well. But the lean ground beef kind of eliminates that step so much. And heat up your pan, heat it properly. Make sure it's nice and warm before you try and start sauteing this up. All right, let's brown this meat up. It should sizzle. Very good. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna break that meat up into chunks as it's browning, okay? So keep breaking it up into smaller bits. So it's kind of like ground beef crumbles. Depending on what you're using your ground beef for, you're probably going to want to season it. So we're going to go ahead and use some salt and pepper. Work those spices into that meat as it cooks. All right, let's season this meat up a little bit more for our tacos. I'm going to use about 1/4 teaspoon of smoked paprika, sweet smoked paprika. This is from La Chinata. Make sure you check out my review on this. This is the premium variety of their sweet smoked paprika, and it's amazing. A couple dashes of cumin. I'm gonna add a little bit of chipotle. Chipotle is quite spicy, but it's smoky too. Very nice. Don't add too much though. A couple just whispers. Ancho chili has a beautiful spicy flavor, but not hot spicy, just savory spicy. It's kind of like a spicy raisin. Oh, it's fantastic. It gives you lots of nice color and lots of extra flavor, a layer of flavor. Add maybe 1/2 teaspoon of that. I'm gonna add a pinch of oregano. That's all you need, is just a little hint of it. This is not Italian cooking. This is Tex-Mex, Mexican style. Just a hint. All right, now that the ground beef is beautifully browned, you are going to add a little bit of liquid. I like to do that with a little bit of, you can use water, you can use a stock. I'm gonna use a little bit of beef stock today, just maybe 1/4 cup, just to make sure that all those spices really marry in there and the meat gets nice and tender, and we're nearly ready to make our tacos. So I have all my fixings ready. I've got a gorgeous red plum tomato and cucumber salsa. Check out that recipe, it's beautiful. I have some shredded cheese, I've got some tomatoes diced up, I have some shredded lettuce, I've got some lime wedges and some fresh cilantro minced up, I have sour cream and hot sauce. We're ready to go. In my oven, I'm just heating up my shells on 300, maybe for about 5 minutes. Like, that's probably it. You want them to be nice and warm. They also get nice and crispy that way, even if they've been sitting in the box in your pantry for a while. Don't worry, they're gonna crisp up. So we're nearly there. So let this just kind of soak in that liquid. Some of it will evaporate, and get your fixings prepared, and you'll see me in a minute. So I've also heated up some refried beans. Make sure you check out my show for how to doctor up refried beans, because you can do it right out of the can if you don't want to do it right from scratch, but you can make them a little bit more fancy, a little bit more special, and a little bit more authentic. All right, my shells are hot, and we are ready to prepare things and get them assembled. So I'm going to show you how we do it. All right, so I'm going to grab a couple here. And I'm gonna make these for my guy so he can start eating now. All right, your refried beans are your glue, and they're gonna hold everything inside or where you want them to be. So I like to put that in my tacos first, and I use a spatula so I can kind of spread it accordingly. So along the sides, helps things just stay in there, you know? So coat those outsides like that. Then I'm gonna add my ground beef. at that? It's really easy to overfill a taco, so don't do that. Eyes can be bigger than what your taco can accommodate. For the beef, you can always come back for another one. It's all good. All right, now I like to put my cheese on next because you want to put your cheese on things that are hot so it kind of melts in there. That's my idea. I know a lot of people like to put it on the very top, but I never understood why they do that. All right, so in goes my cheese on my hot things. Melt that through. Gorgeous. So simple and easy. This is a fast weeknight dinner or something, you know, kind of junk foodie for the weekend. Maybe your kids are having a sleepover. This is always fun for the kids to assemble their own tacos. It's not a neat, tidy thing to eat, so it's kind of more fun for them, right? All right, next I'm going to add a little bit of the cilantro in there just to make sure that that stays in. It's a great spice, makes things nice and fresh. I'm gonna add some of my awesome salsa, red plum tomatoes, and cucumber. You can make whatever kind of snazzy salsa you like or use one that's from the store. I made a very spicy salsa, so I'm not sure if I should put any hot sauce. I just let people do their own hot sauce. If you want to add extra tomato, go ahead and do that. Always looks so pretty. And it's, you know, a lot of veggies in here, and that's great. And then I'm going to top his with just lettuce. So serve that up with a wedge of lime and some napkins, and we're good to go. All right, they look absolutely gorgeous. Glorious. I like sour cream on mine too. So you could also use guacamole. I'm gonna squirt some lime on the top. So that makes everything awesome, better. And let me try one for you. Now they're not neat and tidy. Mmm. 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 These guys are perfect. The beef's done just right. It has a nice flavor. The refried beans held everything in spot. Look at this. I didn't even make a mess. The salsa is amazing. The cheese is melted on top of that. And the shells are nice and crispy, crunchy. Perfect. Mmm. 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 Mexican food and Tex-Mex food is some of my very, very favorite stuff going on. Fun not just for the kids, but for the whole family, even the adults. You're gonna love this recipe. It's a basic recipe, the ground beef, but you can add whatever kind of fixins you want and snazz it up however you see fit. So that's how you do it. That's how you make ground beef hard tacos. You can do it too. Follow me on Twitter at cookingwithkime with a capital E. Like the fan page at facebook.com/cookingwithkimberly. My shows are on ifood.tv/cookingwithkimberly, youtube.com/cookingwithkimberly. You can find my channel on Roku, Cooking with Kimberly, and I'm also syndicated on Apple TV. Come to my website at cookingwithkimberly.com and subscribe. Interact with us and let us know what's going down in your culinary world, all right? Be a champion in your kitchen and eat deliciously. Bye. Those are good.